Healing Room. Really happy to have y'all here tonight. Thank you for joining. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Welcome. Come on in. Let's heal together. We are healing. We are thriving after narcissistic abuse. We are not just surviving, and we're definitely no longer victims. So let's pat ourselves on the back because this is a journey, and this journey is not easy, but we are all, hey Gretchen, we are all so strong and so powerful, so much more together. Community, tribe. Where's my tribe? Some of my tribe is here tonight. So happy to see you guys. Are you wondering what the tribe is? Let me tell you. Hey, Liz, let me tell you what the tribe is. The tribe is a community of healers, a community of thrivers, survivors, and thrivers during and after narcissistic abuse, because the healing starts now. No matter where you are on this healing journey, it starts now. It starts with your mindset shift, the paradigm shift. So tonight on the Healing Room, I love coming here and being personal with you guys because, yes, I'm a therapist, 22 years in the game. Yes, I was married to a narcissist for 30 years, relationship 35 years in total. But my identity today is what makes me so happy. I'm so thankful to be here with you guys tonight. And I love sharing my personal lived experience. It's what makes me so confident in knowing that if I can get through 35 years, you can get through whatever your situation is. So every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we are here in the Healing Room Live, talking about topics that my clients that I coach and do therapy with every day of the week are talking about. So I wanted to bring topics to you that I get questions in all of my social media channels as well about healing and how to protect yourself, protect your peace, protect your sanity, protect your health from narcissistic abuse. So that's every Monday night. I hope y'all keep coming back. I love seeing you guys, your familiar faces. So happy to have you here. Spread the word, please. Also, my Facebook group. Thank y'all for being here. If you're not here, thank you for watching the replay. Let me jump in and tell you what our topic is today. Listen to this. This is near and dear to my heart. I'm speaking from the heart. And this is my therapy. You know, I needed my own therapy in my healing journey, even though I am a therapist. So for all of you high achieving women and men who have been impacted by narcissism and narcissistic abuse, stop asking yourself, how did this happen to me? How could it happen to me? Why me? I am educated. I'm smart. I'm successful. Narcissism does not discriminate. Does not discriminate. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. Sloan, good to see you. Let's jump in. Let me tell you, when I heard this, it resonated with me. And what I'm going to be talking about is 5 transformations that will, and I do use that word will, living, breathing example, will happen to you after narcissistic abuse or toxic relationships. Now, let me first start by saying we're going to go through some trials and tribulations. Just because you leave does not mean it's over. Yay, I'm free. I can be happy and live my life. No, the journey is literally just beginning. You survived the worst of it. But the healing journey, the process of deprogramming, of shedding who we became and who we were conditioned to be in that relationship, is what we're doing now. We're rewiring our brain because that's what it does to us. We've talked about that in previous lives. I'll talk about it again because it's so important to understand what this type of relationship and what manipulation, which is a form of abuse, does to us. So, tonight we're talking about 5 transformations that will happen to you after leaving a narcissistic relationship. And I want to emphasize that this process starts now, wherever you are in your healing journey. If you're wondering where you are in your healing journey, go to my website, thepassagetopeace.com, take a free quiz. Where am I in my healing journey? If you're not that far along, you may still be wondering if you're in a relationship with a narcissist. I have a free quiz on my website that helps you with that. Tonight, I'm giving you something to look forward to. And some of you may already be there. Yay, you. I've seen you in my comments, in my social media, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I love hearing from those who are saying, I left, I'm free, I'm working on it, one day at a time, working on my exit strategy. All of those things is music to my ears because I remember when I didn't have a clue. I thought this is just my life. I must be strong enough to handle it. I've been here this long. And I said to myself, it's been 30 years. What's another 30 years? And for some reason, that question hit different, led me to where I am today. So let's talk about your transformation. I am so excited for you. It doesn't feel good now, possibly where you are, but trust and believe when I tell you that where you're going to be, you will look back and say, it was all worth it. I found my peace. And when you do that, and even on your way to doing that, hit me up, comments. I need to see hearts. I need to hear from you that you are interested in this topic. And if you want other topics, give me some feedback in the chat. I am looking and listening and responding every single day that I'm not in therapy, every minute that I'm not in therapy helping someone. So I am here for you. Okay, so let's jump right into this. I want y'all to know that I used to feel lucky. I felt so lucky that my ex and my boyfriend at the time, before we married, chose me. I was 17 years old, fresh on the college campus, had just ended my high school love affair with my high school boyfriend of several years. I'm young, 3 years during high school. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this new life in this new world. I felt lost. I felt alone. And here comes my knight in shining armor. And I really saw him as someone that I literally could look up to because he was very tall. But he also embodied a lot of things that now I realize I didn't have. And so that's what attracted me to him. But what I also realized is that I turned over my happiness to him, made it his responsibility. So I was thankful. I was very happy that he chose me. And I chose him until I realized much later that I chose him, but I hadn't yet chosen myself. I had not yet identified who I was. And so over the course of 35 years, I was molded and groomed into who he wanted me to be. And to me, not knowing who I was, that was acceptable because I wanted to make him happy. Anybody familiar with codependence? Can I get an amen, a heart, a thumbs up, or something? You agree, Gretchen? Thank you so much. I mean, I just really saw my life with him as something that would make me better. Hey, Tarisha. something that would make me better. Someone, thank you for that amen. Thank you for the hearts. Someone who made me feel better about myself. Now, you know what that's screaming. Come on, y'all. It's screaming low self esteem. That was me. I didn't know my worth. So tonight, I want to set the stage. This is about reclaiming your power after narcissistic abuse. And it starts with knowing who you are so that you're no longer just surviving, but you come to understand that I am a prize. I am a prize. And as we move forward, we're going to start saying, does this person deserve me? Does this person deserve all this with the neck? Listen, y'all, this is not being conceited, even though I was conditioned to believe I was. My ex used to tell me, you're so vain. You're so vain. You talk too much. Well, guess what? Now I got something to talk about thanks to 30 years of content. Thank you. No longer surviving. We are transforming. We're transforming. That's what comes after a relationship with a narcissist. This lesson that we are learning or have learned, what are we going to do with this information? What are you going to do with what you are learning or have learned about yourself in a relationship with a narcissist? Because yes, we start out being angry at them, resentful, we were betrayed, we were tricked and bamboozled, all that. Yes, we were. And you deserve every ounce of anger, resentment, sadness, pain, fear. That's my right. As a human being, human beings, we have all these feelings. I deserved my time in that space. But it was just a time until I decided. Easier said than done. Don't get me wrong. So if this speaks to you, stay with me because I'm going to give you 5 tips on what is going to happen to you or happening to you after you have survived a narcissistic relationship. So, the number one transformation is emotional sovereignty. Emotional sovereignty. You will no longer search for love to rescue you. Talking to myself. I want y'all to know I'm always going to be talking to myself first. I will no longer search for love that will rescue me. I needed a love to rescue me. Now, I didn't know it at the time. Come on, y'all. We don't look, who can rescue me? I need someone to rescue me. That's not what we're doing. But we must understand in therapy that our core beliefs are in full operation, whether we know it or not. And it is our responsibility to get to the core, to the root of what is driving my needs, my perception of myself, my perception of my worth. What's driving me? And so there was a time when I felt that love meant being saved, being protected, being made special. That's what I thought receiving from someone else meant, that it defined who I was. And that's why I stayed married for 30 years. That's why I stayed for 30 years. Because I wanted to believe that he was who I thought he was and who I assigned him to be. I say that a lot because we do. 50-50 rule, 50% what's mine. I assigned him. You're going to be the one to make me whole, to make me feel good, to make me happy, to fulfill all of my dreams and fantasies, to be this mother and wife and just the best, have this amazing life. You're the one, buddy. Step up. And when he didn't step up, I'm like, was I wrong? Nah, I wasn't wrong. Let me just keep waiting and hoping and praying and changing and trying and begging and yeah, you get what I mean. So what I found out is I ended up being the one doing all the saving. I had no idea that he was actually using me for what I didn't know I had. I didn't know I was this valuable. Like, what? What? And what is so important to recognize is they don't want us to know how valuable we are because they get power from us believing that they are our value. They represent our worth. And what that means is they decide what we need, how we should feel, how we should act, how we should dress, what we should do in the bedroom, what we should do as parents, what we should say, what we should not say. A lot of content. This is my life. A lot of content. Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Gretchen. She said, I woke up this year after 33 years. Love, love, love. And I love how you said woke up. That's powerful. You woke up. Thank you for the hearts and thank you for that comment. You woke up. That's powerful. So, it's funny because as I talk about this, I've only gotten to number 1. Okay? So, I'm going to try to move through this, but there may be a part 2. Um so listen, I considered him my mirror. But when we heal, our nervous system shifts from craving the safety from them by recognizing who we are. Transformation. Have you ever confused being rescued with being loved? I did. That's a part of my healing journey. I'm going to admit it because I want you to know how low, how small I felt, how powerless I felt. That's where I was. Love that word, past tense. But ask yourself, be honest with yourself, share it. I'm on all platforms right now. Thank y'all, all of y'all, for being here. Have you ever confused being rescued with being loved? Number 2, transformation number 2, aligned relationships. You stop choosing from your wounds. This is why therapy is so important. You stop choosing from your wounds. What does that mean? You stop looking for someone to fill the void. You stop looking for someone to fill the void in you because when you identify it, you're going to fill it yourself so that you don't need anyone. It feels good to not need anyone to fill a void. I love it. I love it. And I remember when I couldn't live without it. If he did not fill that void of me feeling desirable, attractive, loved, appreciated, acknowledged, all those things, then I felt less than. So when I finally left, I remember thinking, who's going to love this version of me? Who's going to put up with all this? Because that's what he used to say. Can't nobody put up with all this. You got so much going on. I'm the only one who can handle you. Started to believe it. I am a lot. I'm emotional. I'm defensive. I'm all of these things that he created. Not that I don't own my part, because I do. My mama, my sister will tell me too many times how they couldn't tell me nothing. And they're right. I was very defensive. So I brought my stuff. I own it. But he capitalized on it. He weaponized it. He used it for his benefit. And that's not okay. I don't care what wounds I have. They're not yours to manipulate and turn into a fireball and That's not what my wounds are for. Okay. Reel it in, reel it in. Okay. The healed version of you only aligns with people who've stopped bleeding on others. So the healthy version of you is going to align with other healthy people. With other healthy people. I love that, Gretchen. I'm whole without anyone else. We've got to be there because then we're going to align with other people who feel whole. How healthy is that? How beautiful is that? My wholeness attracts wholeness. But you know what that means? My wounds attracted the wounded. He was wounded. My wounds attracted his wounds, and we made one big happy wound. Like, that's not pretty. That's not sexy. That's not love. I want you to say, ill, ill. You got wounds. You go to therapy. Hit me up in a few years, but then by then I'll be even further than you are. So sorry, no. That's what we're going to do. Our wholeness is going to demand you come correct. You come to correct with my wholeness. Meet me at my level. Because when I was down here, you met me there. I accept you met me where I was. But guess what? Where are you now that I'm here? You over there. Mine and your business. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So we're going to attract wholeness as we become whole. Healing reshapes our internal filter, because those rose colored glasses that I had on, they're really filters. When I saw him through filters, and the filters, my rose colored glasses, they were cracked and foggy and chipped and everything else that glasses can do wrong, so you can't see straight. Those are the type of glasses I had on. And once I took those glasses off, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't deserve this. And of course, I'm being dramatic, but that was the realization once I came out of denial that I needed him. And I was willing to do anything for him because his happiness was a representation of me. Codependency, no more. Healing reshapes your internal filter. Transformation number 3. You will have a heightened sense of self-worth. It's kind of what we've been talking about. You've experienced what's not love. You've experienced what settling feels like. Your transformation will be in not settling. You will not settle. You will unlearn what you learned. And I know a lot of times it feels like, oh my God, that just is, I get my clients say it all the time. How long is this going to take? Listen, if I did 30, I don't want you to do 30, but you're going to have to do more than 3 days. Okay. So here's the thing. This process, think of how long you learned how to be who you are. Give yourself grace on the time that it takes to rewire, undo, unlearn. But once you claim the best version of yourself, you won't unlearn that. That will stick. And it will repel anyone who doesn't honor what you honor in yourself. So I used to think being chosen meant I was valuable. Oh, he chose me. He loves me. Oh my gosh, he thinks I'm special. He thinks I'm pretty. That was special. That felt good. It feels good. I'm a woman. It feels good. If you're a man, it feels good when a woman, dotes over you. It feels good. But being chosen at the cost of my peace does not. And that's what I had to learn to do, is to sacrifice my peace to be chosen. So that's not being a prize. I remember my mom told me, he didn't treat you like you were a prize. He didn't treat you like you were a prize. And I was like, I was? I won't say I wish he had told me that about 30 years ago, but that's okay, Mama. I love you. I love you. I love you. You meant well. But now I know. Now I know. And it's okay that I needed to experience what I experienced in order to receive it myself. Parents, we're going to tell our children how amazing they are. Sorry, there are horns beeping. I'm so sorry. Parents, we're going to do our best, but we can only give so much. The rest is lived experience. And had I not lived the experience, I wouldn't be here talking to you with such conviction because I know. So when I stopped settling, I started rising above what I felt was good enough, rising above what I felt didn't match my energy. I'm not there anymore. You still are, and it's okay. You do you. Look, Teresa said horns are just confirming what you're saying. Amen. Yes. Thank you, Teresa. And now I want the horns to keep going. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All for a purpose. All for a purpose. Everything has purpose. I used to pray over the 30 years, God, give me strength, change him, change me, heal our marriage, heal me, heal him. I used to pray, 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 pray. And why did it take 30 years? Because I needed the lesson. I'm hard-headed. And I mean that lovingly to myself. It's going to take a minute because I was determined to fix it myself. I was determined to change him. I was determined to fix this. I was determined to remove this, to orchestrate this. I was determined. So I put in the work and then I finally got tired. We have to get tired. You're going to get tired. And when you get tired, that means it's time to transform. It just means you're ready. It took me 30 years to be ready. Self-awareness is the goal. A warning before the crash. Yes. When we get tired, that's a warning. And then we crash because I crashed. And my rock bottom is what helped me crawl my way back up. I needed that. I'm not ashamed to say it. So, what's one thing you refuse to settle for ever again? I want you to ask yourself that. Even if you have not left, it does not matter. It starts up in here. What do you already know that you're not going to settle for ever again? So someone asked if I have any quick advice on co-parenting with a narcissist. Co-parenting with a narcissist is extremely difficult because you have different agendas. You have the agenda to do what's best for your children. A narcissist will likely have the agenda to do what's best for them. And unfortunately, the kids become pawns. The kids become pawns. The legal system becomes pawns. The therapy becomes pawns. You become pawns. So the game is unfair. But we want to play fair because that's who we are. But we have to know who the opponent is. And at this point, they're an opponent. We have to say that. If you're co-parenting, they are now an opponent. What's their move? What's my move? It's a chess. It's a game of chess. And it's sad, but it is true. And I say it's sad. It's sad. It's because this is the father of our children. I had to block the father of my children because even though my kids were of age, co-parenting, because kids are always going to need their parents, I tried to co-parent. He just couldn't help but be who he is. And I would be triggered, constantly triggered. So it wasn't safe for me. And I went to my kids and I said, come talk to me, but you will have to communicate with your dad. Now, if your kids are younger, yes, you are their advocate. You have to be your own advocate first. Because who's advocating for you? Now, hopefully you have friends and family who are supportive. Use them. Use them to the full extent that they are willing to be used. They are your advocates as much as you are your children's advocates. You protect your children, let your friends or family members protect you. And do the hard thing. Do the hard thing, which is you have to accept that this is not a fair game. And that's when the narcissist is not willing to co-parent effectively, collaboratively, in a partnership type of form. And narcissists are more than likely in some way, shape, or form to see this as an opportunity to regain control. And for the sake of the children, we try to work with them. But what about for the sake of us? What about for the sake of me? For my sake, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be here much longer. Okay, thank you. So number 4, the number 4 transformation, creative and career expansion. Guess what? When you decide that you are worth more than what you are being given or treated or respected for, the doors that open after you stop spending your energy on surviving and start spending your energy on your calling, that's me. I had no idea in a million years that this is where I would be today and where I plan to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now. The sky is the limit, and it never crossed my mind. So the energy that you use to survive, imagine what you can do when you put that energy toward your purpose, your calling, which you will come to know as you rise to yourself, the best version of yourself. They are jealous of our progress. Exactly. And we need to flaunt it and be proud of it. So I was so busy managing his moods, managing the lies, managing the needs, managing suppressing me, that I didn't realize that I had abandoned my dreams. I didn't even know what they were. I didn't know this was my dream, but it is. I am cloud 9. I would not have known, because to stay in his bubble, I had to stay smaller than him. So this abuse contracts your sense of possibility. It just removes it, whereas feeling safe expands it. And I'm telling you, that's I'm a living, breathing testimony of this. And I'm so excited to be here to tell you, to be here today to tell you that this is where you will be. This is not just my process, it's yours. All right, number 5, the last one, then I'm gonna let you go. Your number 5 transformation is rebirth. Spiritual rebirth, financial rebirth, emotional rebirth, self rebirth, career rebirth, love rebirth. Your life is no longer about correcting your past. It's about choosing your future. You get to choose. You no longer need to be chosen. You now get to choose. And for so long, I lived trying to fix what I did not break. And I'm not saying I was perfect. Hear me when I say, I'm not saying I was perfect. But there comes a moment where you rise above that and realize, I don't have to prove, I want to become. I don't have to tell you, I'm going to show you. I don't need you, I need me. Powerful, powerful, powerful. This is what a rebirth looks like. You stop asking for permission and you start claiming your peace. and then protecting it, and then making sure anybody who comes in your path when you're dating or when you're interacting with others, you will not have a snootiness of, oh, you're beneath me. No, but you're beneath me. I say it nicely, and I don't say it with um, conceitedness. I say it with lovingness for me. Now, of course, I'm not going to say that to the person because, that just the negative connotation is just not going to fly. But I don't need your permission to be all that I am. I need my permission. Yes, rebirth. Rebirth. So these are the 5 transformations that you will experience. Let me do a quick recap if you came in late before I let you go. 5 transformations that you will experience after leaving a narcissist. Transformation number 1, emotional sovereignty. You will no longer search for love to rescue you. You'll search for love that resonates with you, matches you. Number 2, aligned relationships. You will attract health because you are health. We attracted them where we were, which is why we leave, because we're no longer there. We've found ourselves, we're reclaiming ourselves. Number 3, heightened self-worth. You've experienced what not settling feels like, and you will not let it go. You have decided, oh, okay, I can have and be whoever I want to be because I deserve it. Heightened self-worth. Number 4, creative expansion, career, finances, health, love, all of these things will expand because that energy you used to spend surviving in this relationship, it now flows into your calling, into who you truly are. And then number 5, rebirth. Rebirth. Your life is no longer about correcting your past, it's about choosing your future. So if you're watching this and wondering, will I ever get there? I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, you're already there. Number 1, because you're here. But number 2, because you're becoming aware. And your awareness is the key. So the moment you stop begging or pleading them to choose you, hear you, validate you, love you, acknowledge you, the moment you stop doing that is the moment you begin to choose yourself. I love that, Gretchen. I feel my energy shifting daily. I love that. Thank you, Sloan. Thank you. You are amazing. So this is the miracle of healing, which is why I tell my clients, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Feel it. Sit in it. Because you're going to look back on your growth, but also your strength, your courage, your resilience, your worth. You're going to find it. So if you need support, please know that I have created for you a 30-minute survival session called Peace Pockets. Peace Pockets. If you go to my website, you will find it, Peace Pockets. 30 minutes. Come to me with a specific challenge, and we will zero in on how to move through that challenge, whatever that barrier is. I'm here for you every Monday night and every day on all social media platforms. I feel your energy. I hope you feel mine. You are growing. You are moving, even if you're still there. Trust the process. Thank y'all so much. Have a good evening. Be blessed. Bye-bye.